Hello, everyone. Welcome to the second part of the interview. All right, my name is Laquanda Oyeme, and I am one of the co-founders of WC Plus Live. And we will be kicking off with the second part of our interview, introducing new leadership here. So I'm going to have them take it away. And who would like to start?
Oh, well, I'm Juanita Thacker. I am on the co-founding team of WOC Plus Live, and I'm currently an information literacy lecturer working at UNC Greensboro.
Yeah, and I'm Jenna Ray Cabrera. I've been with WC Plus Live since its inception as well. I am an adult services librarian in San Francisco.
All right, so I'll start. So our first question that we have is, what initially attracted you to join WC Plus Live?
I remember seeing like whispers of it on Twitter, and I decided to check it out, and I immediately jumped on it because I love the concept of it. I hadn't seen a space for women of color in librarianship anywhere yet. And as a student too, I wasn't a student at the time, but I was sort of like new in my career, and I felt like I didn't have a community around me that I could really relate to, and I was really looking for that. And WC Plus Live was so like new that I thought it would be great to get in on the ground up and meet some new folks, and sort of network and learn from new people.
Just to piggyback on what you were saying, Jada, I know Laquanda from library school, and so she reached out and she told me about the idea that her and Lauren had, and I, like you, thought it was great. I've been working in libraries in a non-librarian role for several years before that, and of course it was not lost on me that the field is super homogenous racially and sometimes class-wise. So it was nice to actually have a community for people like BIPOC women, people of color, so that we could have just a community space for us to discuss trends, share our research, highlight our interests. I also was very what really impressed me about it was Laquanda and Lauren wanting to open it up to people outside of librarian roles. Unfortunately, a lot of the membership organizations, focus strictly on librarians, and if anything, the pandemic has shown us everyone. I mean, even before then, of course, even before the pandemic, but everyone is essential and has something to contribute to libraries, all library workers. So that's what attracted me.
Yeah, and the other thing that I really liked about WC Plus Live too is that the barrier of access is really low. Like a lot of journals, there's so many hoops you have to jump through to get published, and I felt like that's really, it's not very encouraging to a lot of younger librarians, or even like public librarians like myself. We're not accustomed to that whole rigmarole of publishing. So this was a great platform for people who aren't accustomed to that and want to get published and learn about writing. I come from a journalism background, and I thought it was a great way to encourage more writing and more a diverse perspective, like diverse perspectives in the field.
That's a very good point. You're right about that. It's intimidating to want to publish with the journals, and there are a lot of things that you don't know about. If you're an inexperienced student, or even a paraprofessional who wants to build up their resume through writing, traditional publishing channels are not very inclusive. I guess that's the way to say it. And so, yeah, I agree with Dana on that. So,
yeah, most definitely. And like for the platform to recruit all voices, how can you mirror it with Black librarianship if you don't have everyone speaking authentically for every level? So I'm glad that you all, picked up on that. So that's the goal that we were trying to do. So the follow-up question is, what makes you continue to support WC Plus Live after years? Because you guys have been with us from the very beginning.
Well, basically, I think, like you said, just what we said. I love the work that we're doing. I mean, it's very inclusive. It's still library centered. It's library worker centered, and not just library centered. It is highlighting Black, Indigenous, people of colors, voices, and experiences that often are marginalized by traditional platforms. Um, that's what keeps me going. Seeing the tweets and the kudos on Twitter, and all of those great things that we're doing. Also, the appreciation of some of the team members. The experience that they're getting and the opportunity to network and get to know people. And that's something I also have benefited greatly from. And I appreciate LaQuanda and Lauren for creating that platform. I get to meet great people like Jada, who I'll be working with more closely in the future. So that's what just kind of revs my engine, because we are volunteer based for now, and so that's something that I think about, just what the great work that we're doing, and getting the recognition, and just feeling just that feel good on the inside.
Yeah. To follow up with what Juanita is saying, it's about community. I think I found a wonderful community to be a part of in WC Plus Lib. The editing team, and the marketing, just the whole admin team. Everyone's really great. See all the support that we get on Twitter and other platforms has been really encouraging. And also it just feels good to be doing this kind of work, helping people share their voices and helping them express themselves in a more public way. It's really gratifying.
That's very true. I've learned a lot, even just reading the features, editing the features and things that I would not have known about, because there are so many varied perspectives. It's like Jada said, it's a really, really good feeling to be able to bring all of those perspectives to the forefront.
All right, so I guess this kind of mirrors what you guys have been saying, but maybe you can kind of pick one and highlight what has been your favorite experiences working with other people's lives.
I have one, but there have been some good ones. Particularly in regards to some of the really, really interesting features and writers. But I was on a job interview about 2 years ago, very shortly after you guys launched at ACRL, and one of the people on the search committee said, I know where you mean, because I had put it on my resume. Thank you guys for the professional development option. Thank you very much. But she stated, I heard about you at ACRL. And I was like, what? So I will say that took me off guard. It took maybe, I don't know, put a little more pressure on me in the interview, but it was cool. I don't know. But that was a highlight. I wasn't expecting it.
I know behind the scenes, one of the things I really love about working with all of you has been just the way that we rally behind each other whenever something just happens in our lives, and how we don't pressure each other with anything. Like I know you guys have my back if I have any problems with anything. It's a low stress situation. That's just really, it's just so nice. It's such a nice feeling to know that I have this group of people I can depend on to like pick up where I've left off if I have any problems or any issues that I need to take care of.
That's very nice. Refreshing.
It's so refreshing to be in an organization like that, because so often you end up working in a place that doesn't care about you as an actual person. And I feel like that's the exact opposite of WC Plus Lib.
I agree. I think that Laura and LaQuanda have really built a wellness component, and a community of care into the practices and stuff. And again, that is very atypical for any American organization. Unfortunately, we live in burnout culture here, and it is celebrated. But it's nice to create some new norms with WOC Plus Live, that we're moving away from that model into something that is more holistic. We care about the whole person. And so if you are struggling, we can, we can certainly take some things off the plate and be a support, not even just that, but what do you need? What can we do?
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's just wonderful. It's a wonderful aspect of
It is.
It's pretty cool. And even though I'm not a part of this interview, I'll just like to add that my favorite experiences is always hearing like the success stories of the writers that were like really nervous to publish, and then they publish, and then someone's like, "Hey, I submitted a book chapter," so they go on to do even more. So that's always pretty cool to hear, like the different stories of different writers, like after they come to us, or so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really cool to watch like the impact of somebody's first published piece like ripple across the internet and see how it affects other folks. And yeah, that's a really cool feeling too.
They're so nervous, and then they're like, "Wow!" Then like a weight is just lifted, and you're like, "Oh!" Then you see the transformation, So it's cool to be a part of that process.
That's true. And particularly for my BIPOC women, I was actually talking to a colleague about that yesterday, about how, often we've all seen that research where white males, they'll only hit maybe 3 of the 9 requirements. They'll still apply or try to do X thing. Whereas women, and particularly BIPOC people in general, are like, oh, well, I don't check every box. I don't think this is for me, or I won't apply for that, or I won't try to do that, proposal or whatever. But I love that our platform is giving people confidence to do that. Imposter syndrome is just that. It is not real. It's made up. You can do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So my next question is, how are you excited to grow, learn, and or challenge yourself with the increase of responsibilities that you have in your new role?
I don't know if we've gone over what our new roles are. Have we?
Oh, well, I guess it'll be my time to say. So, Jane will be the editor-in-chief of WC Plus Live, right? And then Lonita will be the director of marketing and outreach and recruitment. So we have the marketing side, and then we have the editing side. That makes WC Plus Live.
Thank you.
I don't know, man. There's gonna be so many new challenges, but I'm really excited to kind of, like I said, really kind of see how we can really push the organization forward. Like we've spoken so, and Jada and LaFonda, you both have spoken so eloquently to the wonderful work that we're doing and inspiring people. And I know, as creative as you both are, as Jada is, I know that I'm excited that we can really come up with some really great ideas. Jada's background with other library organizations and as a librarian, and of course her journalism background, I know will serve the organization very well. I'm excited to see what we can come up with. And also, I'm this role as an information literacy lecturer that I'm in now. I'm thinking of maybe ways that I can incorporate that, maybe some instruction workshops or something. Maybe Jana and I can do some joint programming. I often think a lot of times academic libraries could benefit from doing some public library-like programming, even though I know it's sometimes frowned. But we're trying to get away from those rigid boxes and things like that, and so try to kind of breathe some new life in the librarianship. So that's what I'm excited about. Some of the I know there'll be challenges, because there always are with new roles, but I'm trying to be positive. Meet it on both feet. So.
For me, I have so many ideas, too many to list. So many ideas to just expand on what we do and expand our reach.
For sure.
And I just want to push myself to be a better leader. I've been a manager in the past, but running an organization, like this, is a little different. and I just want to be like the best leader I can be. Like I want to nurture everybody else on the team, nurture new writers, just share what I've learned with as many people as possible, and like learn as much from everybody that I come across too. But yeah, so many ideas. Like I every time I sit down with Lori, and I'm like, what should do that? So you may have to like rein me in a little bit.
We'll balance each other out.
Yeah, it's contagious because you see endless possibilities of the impact and like that you can create. So yeah, like I it's normal.
Yeah, so I'm really excited to see what we can do together, and I'm already like trying to connect the dots with all of my other networks and see what we could do. Like I'm excited about potential collaboration with we here at Uproot. Like I'm looking forward to that. I'm really excited about that because they're a wonderful organization as well. They do amazing work. We do amazing work. They do amazing work. I mean, imagine what we can do together. There's just so many possibilities.
For sure, the future is limitless. Yes.
That's kind of like segues into our like you guys jumping questions. It's not fair. What are some plans that you have for role that you can share? So you kind of touched on some of them.
Yeah. Well, I did kind of spill the beans about us meeting with Uproot. So that is happening.
That is going to be, I'm sure, super, super dope. I'm excited.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm super excited about that.
Looking forward to and COVID is just but I'm looking forward to maybe this time next year if we can meet in person. And this is like a really simple thing, but I love, the idea of us having a tabling event and, getting out there, like that in-person networking. I'm looking forward to that, hopefully COVID will go away.
That would be great.
We had our first social hour, social hour when we first launched, and that it was beautiful. So I think that will definitely be a great opportunity to do a social hour and then a virtual one. So there's room to connect with the community out there.
Really build community that way. Yeah. I'm really looking forward to some of those more in person, of course, safely and not rushed, but the opportunity to really get out there and build community and outside of Zoom.
Mm-hmm. I envision us doing more, like, I would like to do more webinar type stuff, or inviting speakers to work with us.
Panel discussions and things, I think.
Yeah, like more educational type things. I'd love to do more of. Some more fun stuff too. Like, I don't know. But I definitely also want to focus more on other library workers, like outside of librarians, because there would not be libraries without library support workers. We could not do our jobs without them.
This is true. This is true.
And I think they deserve more of a spotlight.
I think so too. And I was reading something the other day, and I have some colleagues in my old department that fit this. I do think there's space in librarianship to have a conversation about some people want to grow in their existing roles, and that may or may not require MLIS or the desire to.
Right.
Does that mean that their work shouldn't be valued? So I think that exploring those kind of things. Jane, I'm looking forward to leaning in some of these uncomfortable topics for certain people. Let's not
We're gonna go there.
Yeah, we should. We are. We need to make some of the more traditional librarian people squirm a little bit.
Yeah, I am all for that.
Rabble rousers.
Do you guys have anything that you would like to add in conclusion to this interview and like having the viewers kind of get to know you and support of WC Plus Live, and kind of lifting us up to make sure that we are, continue to be sustained to provide the service to the community. Is there anything like you'd like to add?
For me personally, my door is always open. I would love to hear suggestions, feedback. What would you like to see from us? I mean, like I said, there are so many possibilities out there, and I'd love to hear some of your ideas. Also, just feedback. I love feedback and how to be better. If we're missing any areas of coverage, at on Twitter at Jane Gray. Very easy to find. So don't spam me though.
Yes.
Serious inquiries only.
yes. I second that, Jada. Also love feedback. Definitely let us know. Of course, my Twitter handle is a little different because my Twitter certainly predates my career as librarianship. My Twitter is NITABUG0423 at Twitter. On Twitter. But yeah, I agree. I think we should, get some feedback from the community. What's missing? Everyone has blind spots. Along that, in terms of future aspirations for the organization, I would love to expand the team with Jana.
That's what
because
everyone
has blind spots. I don't care how aware, socially aware, conscious that you think you are. No one person can inhabit all of the perspectives, and nor should they. Try. So I have an idea for a few pieces, but I'm not necessarily the person that needs to write them. So, but when we're talking about leaning in on uncomfortable topics, I think that there's a lot of space for growth and things. So I'm certainly looking forward to building the team. I know we can do it, so I'm excited about that. I'm excited for the community to get to know my very quirky personality. My Twitter, do not judge me. Like I said, I've been on Twitter since my late 20s. So there may be some, you may see some 90s hip hop, and certainly I am a fan of the slang. I truly believe that there, you can inhabit a professional space and bring your authentic self.
I agree with that. Yes, I totally agree with that. Yeah. Yes. So you'll see a mix of stuff on my Twitter as well. It's my personal and my professional.
Yes, we're human.
We are.
From this interview that we're all human people, and we're committed to uplifting our community. So that's what it's definitely all about.
Yeah.
And especially for webinars. So I think if you are a person that's listening, you have a skill that you would like to lend to support until we could pay you. So we're kicking off a fundraiser. So it'll be great in my eyes to find someone that can, with writers, like a writer workshop that can help with just building expertise in writing and to help other BIPOC people who are beginners to kind of execute that. So I think that was something that would be great if someone has those expertise. So.
Yeah, I agree. It will be also a great professional development opportunity for that person, in addition to them, of course, giving back to the library community. So that's what it's about. So
I don't have anything else to add. We can plug in. Definitely, if you want to write for us, we always are taking call for proposals on our website. If you have any questions, definitely go to wcinlib@gmail.com. Go to our website at conlib.org, and follow us on Twitter at WCNlib at Twitter. And that's what we have so far. We're looking into launching our Instagram in the fall.
I think maybe our baby YouTube channel.
We do have a YouTube channel, so you can watch past videos. So we do have Dear Black Patron. That is definitely a good piece to watch. We have Juanita, she's doing the digital storytelling, and we will be definitely uploading more content as we continue. So if you are a BIPOC person who has video content like interviews that you want to do visually, definitely check us out and submit to us. We'll be broadcasting on that outlet as well. All right. Thank you so much for joining us and listening, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you, LaQuanda. Thank you, Jana.
Thank you, LaQuanda.